I'm here today to show you Tetbury. Tetbury is a market town in the Cotswolds, and I've made a lot of videos of places in the Cotswolds, more than 24, but I've never been to Tetbury. In the 30 plus years I've been visiting the Cotswolds, I've never been here because, frankly, Ian just didn't feel like he had a need to come to Tetbury. But I love my tea towel collection of Emma Ball tea towels, and the Cotswold tea towel has these little vignettes of beautiful places in the Cotswolds, and one of them is Tetbury. So I said, Ian, we must go to Tetbury because it made the tea towel. I'll show you the tea towel later. But people come to Tetbury for lots of reasons, not only because it is a thriving market town, but also it has lots of royal connections. Throughout the centuries, many monarchs have had their time in Tetbury, and our current monarch, King Charles III, of course, has his home, Highgrove, just on the outside of Tetbury. So we're here to check out Tetbury and see what a beautiful, interesting, bustling market town it is, and have you come along with us. We're going to walk this way to walk up the chipping steps. These are the chipping steps along the weavers' cottages. This Martin and Malt House place has some beautiful wisteria here in early May. So a lot of things here are called chipping, since chipping is the Old English word for market. Chipping steps led us here. Here's the chipping court. And now we're about to walk down Chipping Street, which is here at the intersection with the Chipping. Lots of chipping things around here. The Snooty Fox is such an awesome name for a hotel or pub. And it's been around since 1594. Do we really think that was the name back in the 1500s? This is one of the favorite buildings I've seen here in town so far. The Close Hotel, or the Close Hotel. You tell me how one pronounces that word correctly in this instance. Always love when I get to see a horse riding through town. Oh, this is exciting. There's a sign up here for the 80th anniversary of VE Day, which was yesterday. And then here up top is a sign for the upcoming Woolsack Races. Lots of flags and buntings out today in honor of the VE Day celebration. Here is the famous Market Hall in the middle of the town. Tetbury allegedly is the second largest market town in the Cotswolds after Cirencester. I'm here with my friends, Susan and Jimmy, checking out the Market Hall, which is where all the action used to happen 400 years ago when this was a thriving wool market. It's fun to see a market hall that actually has some things for sale, a little bit of a market going on here. Ooh, all kinds of sheepskin and leather goods. The sign even said they had reindeer. Can't walk by a bakery without having a little peek. So we're gonna check out Hall's, the Cotswold bakers. Got lardy cakes and donuts and meringues and cupcakes and tarts and piggy biscuits. There looks to be lots of yummy places to eat here. Here's a beautiful tapas bar. This is the Porch House from 1677. Lovely old building. According to this sign, this location used to be a tavern and a poorhouse, and then later a school, and then in the mid-1800s, it became Tetbury's first police station. And now it's a little shop full of interesting things. Tetbury seems to have some very fancy and beautiful thrift stores full of vintage gems. Ooh, magenta handbag. But yes, bring joy. Shop small independent stores, not just Amazon all day. There's some wonderful art galleries as well. Oh my goodness, look at this painting of the zebra. That's amazing. Loads of antique shops as well. Top Banana Antiques Mall. So many antique stores. I haven't seen this many antique shops in a Cotswold town since Stow-on-the-Wold. Oh my goodness, look at these garden gnomes. Oh. Fun fact, Ian really hates gnomes. Domestic Science is a very funny name for a shop. Lifestyle and Vintage. I think this might be my favorite shop name. Sassy and Boo. Fancy boutique. Now it's time to go in Highgrove shop, which is of course King Charles's shop, associated with Highgrove. It smells wonderful in here. So many Highgrove souvenirs. Highgrove wine, Highgrove tea, Highgrove chocolates, and oh, clotted cream fudge. I think I'll give that a miss. Jams and marmalades and curd. Since Highgrove Gardens are what you're allowed to tour, and Charles is such an avid gardener, of course there's a lot of garden-themed things here. Oh, this is a lovely china service featuring Highgrove. Okay, here's the thing I'm most tempted to buy. Highgrove honey. These are cute little Christmas ornaments. I guess that's Charles's dogs. Beth and Bluebell. Someone who knows more about the royal family needs to let me know. Oh, those sheep are adorable. That'd be fun to have in your house. Oh, and even some magenta Highgrove rhubarb gin. Cute little hedgies. Now we are arriving at St. Mary the Virgin Church, parish church here in Tetbury. And this church opened in 1781. It is a fine example of a Georgian Gothic church. The very tall tower. Tower is 187 feet tall and has 8 bells. Lots of tabletop tombs here in the churchyard. This font is so small, I didn't even notice it. Nice light fixtures here. They're actually giant candelabras. It looks like with real candles. Those can't be real candles. Yes, I think they are real candles. That is just fascinating. The most unusual thing about this church are the box pews. All the pews are these like box seats, which in the US, if you have a box seat, that means you're really fancy and upper class. So this is interesting that everybody sits in a box pew. You know, it might be warmer in the winter sitting in a box pew, right? Big seating area up in the mezzanine, or whatever you call that level up there. Really beautiful stained glass window here behind the altar. Nice image of the Last Supper. And then it looks like they have their Easter decorations still up of the empty tomb with the stone rolled away from the front. Very high ceilings and interesting church, very different because I haven't seen too many Georgian churches. We are going to walk down Gumstool Hill, which I believe is the hill where they do the Woolsack Races. Yes, this is where the Woolsack Races happen, as marked by this plaque unveiled by the Prince of Wales in 1998. This is a pretty steep looking hill. I would not enjoy running up this hill with 70 pounds of wool or even 10 pounds of wool on my back. This is the steepest Cotswold town that I've been in since Burford. You can't really see on camera, but it's very steep. Don't know if this shows any better how steep it is. Here are my friends and family patiently waiting on a bench while I finish filming every single thing in town. This is a darling little signal box here, and then an old disused railway car, which is here with the Whistle Stop Cafe. Part of the Great Western Railway. First I was a bit confused by this, but the Tetbury Goods Shed is an art center. They have various movies and music performances here. How fun. They also have classes like candle making and drawing. I think the thing I've enjoyed the most about Tetbury is just the really interesting buildings. Lots of beautiful old architecture here. Here is the tea towel that inspired our visit to Tetbury. And I love the Emma Ball tea towels. So just to look at what's here, you've got Burford, which is a place I've done a video on, and Chipping Camden, which I've done a video on, Painswick, which has a great video, Bybury, which also has a video, pretty short one, Stow-on-the-Wold, that has a video, Bourton-on-the-Water, of course, has a video, Broadway Tower is part of my Broadway video. The Rollright Stones have a video. Love them. Lower Slaughter is part of my Slaughters video. And then here you have Tetbury. The reason why we went to Tetbury to complete the tea towel, although I have to admit, I have not done a video about Cirencester, and no promises that I will. I've been there several times, but I'm just not sure I'm going to do a video about it. So if you're interested in any of these other places on the tea towel that you have not watched my video of, I will link to them all in the description. I hope you enjoyed this little explore of Tetbury with me today. Please check out my other Cotswold videos, including a couple favorites that I've put here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do something good in the world today.